Oh my god. What is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku. Back with another video, and oh my god. CM Punk's back! Best in the world! So much emotion right now, guys. I'm just so emotional. You guys, if you guys haven't watched my reaction, that was a genuine reaction. I couldn't even get the camera right. Like when I heard the music come up, I was like, and I just like scrambling because my reaction. I just was, I just, oh my. Words cannot describe my feelings right now. I did pre-order. I did order that Survivor Series CM Punk T-shirt. Well, I placed the order for it. I don't know if I'll be able to get it because they did say that there is like, you know, when the stock runs out, the stock runs out. So hopefully I will still be able to get the CM Punk T-shirt, the new CM Punk Survivor Series special T-shirt. But man, oh man, I am just stoked right now about the return of CM Punk. You know, this is what I waited for. You know, the Survivor Series pay-per-view itself was a great pay-per-view. I mean, the War Games were really good. And we had some solid single matches. For what it was, I didn't think they were that spectacular, but you know, everything, the way it went down, just I was like, you know, they had us fooled when they did the copyright 2023 logo thing at the end of the pay-per-view. I thought it was over. I thought it was like, oh well, we're not gonna get them. I thought they were going to run that Shinsuke thing, and that didn't work out. Shinsuke Nakamura thing, and that didn't do it. And then, you know, Punk, when the music hit, I was just like, because I knew what that was. Supposedly, they're using also a remastered version of Cult of Personality that apparently was released just a couple of days ago. I found that out. So many things are going on. I watched the press conference. They didn't have CM Punk at the press conference. I was kind of hoping that they would have him there. So we're not going to hear from Punk probably for a little bit until Monday Night Raw. I'm assuming he's going to be on the Raw roster. It seems like it's pointing in that direction. I mean, he could be on SmackDown too, but I don't think he's going to be on SmackDown just based on, you know, I mean, obviously, you know, he went against a Raw roster, like, factions, you know, or the teams. The teams that were on the men's War Games were, like, mostly Raw stars, so I'm going to assume he's going to primarily be a Raw wrestler. And I'm just going to say this right now, because so many people have been on either side, whether, you know, they didn't want Punk back or they did want Punk back. There's so much speculation going into this pay-per-view. And yes, I am calling them pay-per-views, by the way. That's how I always call them. I don't care what anyone says. They're pay-per-views, damn it. Anyways. So, when we were going to this pay-per-view, I made that video, obviously, you know, because I still didn't know. I didn't know. I mean, obviously, I wanted him to come back, but I was still... My business sense mind just told me that the bad blood between him and WWE from 10 plus years ago was just, I mean, I made that short after he got fired from AEW too, saying that I just didn't seem like it was likely for him to join back with WWE. And this is me as a diehard CM Punk fan. I just did not see it being possible. After he got fired from AEW, wrongfully fired by AEW, by the way, I didn't see it being genuinely possible. And this is coming from me, a diehard CM Punk fan. So for him to make whatever amends that he got, that he did with Triple H, I don't know if he spoke to Vince. I don't know if he's like who he spoke to. I mean, it seems like he just spoke with Triple H. Maybe he spoke to Nick Khan. Nick Khan wasn't there when Punk was there the first time. Like when Punk left WWE in 2014, early 2014, he was not there. So that's another elephant in the room, is Nick Khan didn't really know who CM Punk was. Triple H knew who he was. Vince McMahon knew who he was. But Nick Khan didn't know who he was. Maybe some of the people from TKO knew who he was because of his UFC stuff, and then obviously doing some commentary on some of their minor UFC shows. But, you know, a lot of the people that are there now don't really know him other than, again, Triple H, who's supposed to be the head of creative. I'm still skeptical on that. I do still think Vince McMahon is somewhere involved. They're just not saying that he is. But yeah, I don't believe that. Like, he's still an executive, though. You know, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, he might not be. I just not convinced that it's just all Triple H. I mean, I do think Triple H is running the majority of it, but I still think it's the same thing it was, you know, that they were doing beforehand, where they're secretly, you know, letting Vince do some things here and there via Zoom or something like that. But if the majority of the show is being done by Triple H, you know, it is what it is, because I think Triple H is doing better than Vince right now was doing the past couple of years. So it is what it is. But anyways, I just genuinely, you know, this is just raw emotion, because I wasn't sure if it was going to happen. Obviously, I was hoping it was going to happen. There were some people that were saying it was going to happen. There were some people that didn't think it was going to happen. You know, you had if you listen to the Dirt Sheet people, they said it was never going to happen, that he was not going to be there. And then they slowly started changing their tune, like with the, you know, day before or whatever, you know, on certain things, but weren't fully committed. You know, and that's the thing with the Dirt Sheets, and this is a classic example. The Dirt Sheets don't know shit. They don't know shit. Okay? They try to know things, but they just don't know that much. You know, they tried that whole thing with Cody Rhodes, for example. You know? And that didn't work out either. So, my thing with that is, you know, it is what it is. My thing with that whole thing is that they were able to work it out. Whatever they were able to work out, good for them. That being said, there's a certain wrestler that needs to work out his shit with CM Punk, it seems like, and that is Seth freaking Rollins, who, I don't know, I'm not going to say it was a work or it wasn't a work, because I don't know, but it genuinely seemed like he had genuine heat with CM Punk. He flicked him off. Also, by the way, there's some misinformation going around. The first misinformation is CM Punk waving at Seth Rollins for flicking him off. That's not true. He was waving back at Randy Orton, who waved at him first when he was in the ring. And also, there's a misconception thing going on about Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre did not storm out of the arena because of CM Punk. As a matter of fact, he stormed out of the arena before CM Punk even appeared, before he even made the appearance. And that's because apparently he hurt his eye or something. I don't know if it was for sure, but he was holding his eye. He was holding his eye like this as he was storming off before CM Punk even made his entrance. So him leaving the way he left had nothing to do with CM Punk's return. I think there was a genuine injury, or there may be something with his eye, but we don't know the details about that yet. But Drew McIntyre, Drew McIntyre being upset had nothing to do with CM Punk. It was an injury of some sort with his eye. Well, we don't know if it's confirmed that he actually has an injury with his eye, but he definitely hurt his eye in some capacity. So that's one of the misconceptions right now. The only person right now that we know is not happy right now about CM Punk's return is Seth Rollins, who reportedly had to be escorted by Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and a bunch of other securities out of the to the back. That's how heated it was. Probably why he wasn't at the press conference either, because I'm sure he was supposed to do a press conference with Cody, kind of like what they did with Becky and Charlotte. But they just decided to have Cody do it instead. So I don't know for that for sure, but I'm going to assume they were supposed to, because I mean he was the world champion he's the world champion on Raw. So I have to imagine that Seth Rollins had to have been was supposed to be involved in it, but they obviously didn't allow him to be involved in it because of the visibly upset that he was about CM Punk. But whatever, I'm just going to say this right now. Whatever heat or bad blood that Seth Rollins, if this is not kayfabe, if this is not work, if we're going to go assume that this isn't a work, because not everything is a work, guys. If this wasn't really kayfabe and Seth genuinely has a hatred right now for CM Punk, that shit needs to be squashed immediately. Because that's not going to be tolerated with Triple H. All right, you may that shit may have been tolerated with Tony Khan, because Tony Khan can't control his fucking EVPs. But that shit is not going to be tolerated in the WWE. Okay, Triple H is not going to fucking tolerate that, and Seth knows that. Seth knows that. So this outburst really is a concern, because CM Punk didn't do anything. Seth initiated himself into an issue, and he's WWE's world champion on Raw. So that's a fucking issue. Now, I don't know what their plans are for how they're going to book CM Punk, if he's going to go up against Shinsuke or if he's going to go for the world title right away. I don't think he's going for the world title right away, by the way. I think it would be too soon to start a program with him, with Seth, especially after that outburst. I think it would be too soon. They're probably going to save it for WrestleMania, if I had to guess. It'd be way too soon, and that might be why this whole Shinsuke thing is, the vignettes for Shinsuke are going on. Maybe Shinsuke is supposed to be his first feud. I don't know. Is there a December pay-per-view for WWE? I'm not sure. I don't remember if they have a pay-per-view for December, or if it just goes right to the Rumble. I know they had night one a while back, but if not, then maybe not. I don't know. But I do think he's gonna have to have a feud with him. But I feel like, again, they need to save that for WrestleMania. They need to save that for WrestleMania, Royal Rumble. If he wins the Royal Rumble, that's gonna change a lot of dynamic too. If he wins the Royal Rumble, because I was saying, I still think Cody has to win the Royal Rumble. As much as I would love for CM Punk to win that Royal Rumble, I feel like Cody has to win it. Because Cody, they have to put Cody on this elite class, that, he is going to be like the only person besides Stone Cold Steve Austin and Shawn Michaels to win back-to-back Royal Rumbles and main event WrestleMania. Because we know he's going to main event against Roman. Okay? So, I feel like, but that, I don't think, some people are like, oh, he could just win the Chamber then. I'm like, no. He needs to win the Royal Rumble for this to, actually make sense. To put him in that elite class. I don't think so. I think, as much as I would love Punk to win the Royal Rumble, I don't think that's happening. Don't think that's happening at all. I do think he might win the Chamber, for sure, to go up against Seth for the title. But that's where I have it at right now. But I'm just fucking happy, man. I'm just fucking happy that he's back in wrestling. I don't care if he was in AEW. I didn't care if he somehow secretly was the fucking devil. Okay, and that whole dumb devil thing, or whoever the fuck that ends up being now, because it seems like it's going to be that stupid fucking Jack Perry. who's going to ruin everything because Jack Perry is not a fucking draw and never will be. But I was just so happy that Punk's back. I don't care if he was in WWE. I don't care if he was in AEW because I'm a real CM Punk fan. Just like how Edge fans, you know, if you're a real Edge fan, you would continue supporting Edge in AEW. I said that passionate video a few weeks ago when Edge joined AEW. And I meant it. I still mean it right now. If you're a real CM Punk fan, you don't care if he's in AEW or he's in WWE. As long as he's wrestling, you should be enjoying the fact that he is on your television set and he's performing and wrestling for you. You know what I'm saying? That's what it all matters, man. That's what it fucking matters at the end of the day. Like I said, I'm not exactly sure what's coming up the horizon for CM Punk and, you know, his first match on Raw or what his contract status is. You know, whether he's full-time or he's partially part-time or if he's actually legitimately part-time like Roman Reigns. I don't know. But I doubt the third option, by the way. But regardless of what he's doing, I'm really happy. Thank you, CM Punk, for coming back. I'm really so excited. I cannot wait to see what you do in WWE. Whatever your first match is on Raw or whatever your first match is on pay-per-view. I don't know. But you are still the man. You are the best in the world. Straight edge, man. CM Punk. Best in the world. I'm the S. Ultimate Goku. I'm out of it. Peace.